wanted to make a recording on Adobe Fonts. So, Adobe Fonts is awesome. Let me tell you, I wish that we had Adobe Fonts about 15, 20 years ago when I was just starting out doing graphic design, because that was one of the biggest things, was trying to find specific fonts. And way back in the day, you'd be borrowing fonts from someone, asking them to put it on a disk for you. It was kind of crazy. So when Adobe Fonts came on the scene, it just made things so much easier. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is make sure that you are at fonts.adobe.com, and also make sure that you are logged in with your Creative Cloud, because when you pick a font, it's going to instantly put it into the program for you. So again, makes it so much easier. So let's start off by just browsing some fonts. So for this week, you need to have some specific fonts with different classifications. So what you can do is you can actually filter right through Adobe Fonts and look for the fonts that you want. So let's say that I want a sans serif font, a font without any feet. And maybe I want something that's going to be good for paragraph text, because you have to write a paragraph in this font. So that's something to think about. Or if it's really hard to see when you get to the display fonts, you can use this paragraph font. I would choose a regular weight, and let's just kind of go from there. So Mr. Eve's Sans is a really interesting font. So let's view the family. And you can see what it looks like as, with the sample text. And if it's something that you think that you would like, what you can do is you can just activate the ones that you want to use. So if I just want the book font, I can activate just the book font. And it's going to say your activation was successful, and click OK. So now you can see that there's a little pop-up on my screen saying that it's been added. Now I can go over to InDesign or Illustrator or any of my programs, and I can create a new document. Just want an 8.5 by 11 with 1 page. And I don't need a bleed this week, so I'm just going to take that out. And maybe I want 2 columns. And just draw my text box here. So the name of this font is Mr. Eve's Sans. I'm just going to copy it and select it. And I can go up here and start to type it in. If you have any filters, clear all your filters. There we go. So Mr. Eve Sans. And there we go. Shows up right away. So quick, easy to use, adds the fonts in. Now you can go through again to get to your next one. Just go back to Browse Fonts. Go to Serif to find a serif font. Now when it gets to display fonts, black letter, decorative, even handwriting, those are mostly display fonts. So good luck finding some interesting fonts this week.